for a long time has been Maralinga in South Australia. I'm finally doing it. I've just come off the tarred road. I've got about 120 kilometres of these corrugations on this dirt road, but that's all good. I've let my tyres down. I've checked everything is tight. So I'll get up there, and in a couple of hours I'm just sitting on between 40 and 60 at the moment, so that I don't do any damage to my vehicle with all the corrugations. But I'm enjoying it. It's great to be finally getting out there and doing it. I've just arrived at the gate to Maralinga, and I'll tell you what, I've just checked my whole camper out. Nothing got loose, nothing moved. The only thing inside that fell down was a placemat that I had on the table. So absolutely stoked. My fusion locks, holding my spices and everything, still sitting there where I left them on the wall. Yeah, just perfect. Absolutely love this. Now I know that I'll have no problems doing the Birdsville track. Sorry, excuse me, I've just had lunch. Because this was 120 kilometres of corrugated dirt road, and it didn't skip a beat. Absolutely fantastic. Really happy with my D-Max and slide-on. Yep, my first time doing this sort of thing, so yeah, I'm excited. But look, see, look, I've arrived. There's the sign there, there's the gate behind it. I'm just waiting for the gate to kind of get opened so I can go in and set up camp for the night, ready for the tour tomorrow. The camp area was a couple of kilometres up past the barrier gate, and it was this huge open area with all these concrete slabs from the old building. So I chose to park on one slab just down from the showers and toilets, and another couple parked on another slab. There was also a young girl who came in later on. She stayed in her rooftop tent, also on a slab, and the other 4 people on the tour come in their Cessna plane and stayed down in the accommodation. Once I settled in, I took a walk around the camp area just to see what was there. I found these old fuel pumps from when Tees had the property. They're no good now, there's probably full of water. There was also some old sheds with old mining equipment and junk in them. Down the back there is a hospital building which is used as a small museum to have a look at, and there's also dongers around for, I would assume, accommodation. But yeah, there's not a lot here, but it's quite interesting, and it's extremely remote, so it's so quiet. First stop on the tour was Loch McHugh, where the Maralinga's water comes from. What happens is it flows off the old plane parking area down through these channels and into a dam. From there it's pumped up to the village, and then before it goes into the final tanks, it goes through a blue light filter process to cleanse the water. And it's been happening like that since the 1950s, apart from the blue light system, which is fairly new. But yeah, they still get their water from the same place, and usually when it rains there's enough water to fill all the tanks, and that'll last until the next wet season if they go easy on the water. Inside the airstrip building is still plenty of items left over from when the British were here, including this old vehicle. It's the only one left because the rest were all buried because of radiation. This one was fine because it never went that far. But take a look at the sign on the back. Somebody had a sense of humour. These plinths that you see, they're all over the place, and each one represents where a bomb went off. It's really interesting, the history of the place, and to see how many bombs actually were exploded. I always thought it was just one, but there were many in many different forms. They exploded them out of the sky, they exploded them on the ground, they exploded them from vehicles. It was just very, very interesting. And the other thing that I found interesting was, have a look at this. This is molten sand from the bomb site. When it exploded, the sand just melted and turned to glass. It's called trinosite. Yeah, it was just amazing to learn about that stuff. This underground bunker has just been unearthed. So let's have a look and see what's inside. I'll use my selfie stick. What you're seeing here is inside one of the bunkers that they put men into to see if there was any effect on them from the atomic bombs. So they really didn't care about the people that they used as guinea pigs. But yeah, can you imagine, these bunkers were locked underground, and then a bomb goes off and you're stuck in there for up to 12 hours and just hope that you come out alive. This one's been unearthed a bit, so I was able to put my camera down on the selfie stick and get some film of it. I'm now at ground zero of where the Marku bomb was exploded. That one was exploded from the land. It created a crater 30 metres deep by 60 metres wide. That's all now been filled in. There's still a lot of old equipment left around the place, but nearly everything has been buried. All the machinery that was used, all the vehicles that were used, buildings, everything's been buried underground to stop the radiation. And tests are done yearly to make sure that there are no radiation levels. So it is very safe to be out here. And it's just amazing the things that you see. To finish off my time in Maralinga, a couple of dingoes come in to say hello. Here's one of them that was checking out the bin and the barbecue, looking for something to eat. It really is desolate out here. Nothing grows, nothing lives out here apart from some wild camels and dingoes. You don't see any native animals out here. But Robin, the caretaker, did say that kangaroos are starting to come back, but he's yet to see any emus, and he's been out here for 52 years. Well, that's Maralinga in a nutshell. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment or subscribe. And until next time, happy travels.